Aloha. What you're about to see is an interview with Ivan Sembatya, a 26-year-old orphan from Uganda that I befriended over 2 years ago. Our relationship between Mama and Simba evolved from two broken people, me during the loss of my only daughter, Sierra, and Ivan, the loss of both parents, set to the streets at a very young age and about to commit suicide. This deep despair that we shared began our relationship and began one of the most powerful collaborations for a song to rise us both out of the ashes into a new life. I'm here with my beautiful extra son, Simba, my nickname for Ivan Sembatya of Uganda, that I met over a year ago. I'd like to share my side of that story, but I also want Ivan to share with you his side of the weeks when we first met.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, I met I met Mama Oslaj a few years back, and she welcomed me. We exchanged heart-to-heart issues. She told me about the daughter. I told her about my life stories from the death of my dad, ghetto. So when I went on the street, like after the death of my dad, my mom dumped me at the neighborhood. I was stranded. No one could help me. By then, I was staying with my grandmother. She was the only one in charge. She was in the 80s. Then a few years still, my grandfather died. Life became so hard since I was a child. Sludge in 2020, I was stranded. And in fact, I wanted to kill myself because I didn't have any other option. So what I had to do to find my way out. So I meeting Sludge, it was such a blessing in my life. She gave me the hand. She shared my stories to a few people, some of his friends. Then they got to collect for me some money so that I can get back on my feet.
So I want to speak to when we actually met. I had no idea that you had musical talent as much as you did. What happened one day is he shared a song that he did with his church group. And I was flabbergasted by the talent that he had. And in order to continue to help you get out of those situations, my parents always taught me I had to work for everything. And so I was using that model with you, and that giving you opportunities to showcase your talents in exchange for your talents to be able to make a living. And I was in such a desperate place about Sierra and the loss of my daughter. And Simba was so compassionate because he had lost his parents, he had lost so many people in his life, that I just felt like when I was talking to him, he was one of the few people that really held compassion and space for me. And I said, well, I'd like to write a song in honor of my daughter. And I wrote the lyrics based on some conversations that Sierra and I were having from the spirit world. And I gave the lyrics to Simba and said, see if you can come up with a basic melody for this. He sent me this very truncated little piece from his phone. I just bursted out into tears. I was so moved by not only your voice, but your soul, your absolute soul in this piece. You started the piece by crying, like with this, and I thought, oh my God, my hair stood on end. And I just stopped everything I was doing in that moment and thought, my God, this is your gift. And I had no idea that we were going to co-create this song together. And where it's taken us to the concert happening this week is some of the best Tony and Grammy award-winning artists putting their gifts into embellishing your original draft.
Oh, it was such a blessing, I too, work with you, the very talented people, professional people. So ever since you came into my life, things are changing. I'm seeing the future. Your things are so real. You don't just talk, but you make the actions. You do the actions. You get it? I'm really so blessed that my song are really changing thousands and thousands of people. My songs are changing young people, old people. Like now, when you lost your daughter, we worked on the song. Your first time, you shed tears. Those were, I think, those were the tears of joy. You know? Your heart was healing that process. You get it?
Yes.
Mm. So, like to call each and everybody to attend this show tonight. Each and everybody, come and listen to this beautiful song.
Say goodbye in Swahili.
Goodbye. Jambo.
Jambo.
Jambo. Eh.